Well, Coach, congratulations. You are the obvious choice of the Crescent Construction Midlands Coach of the Week, and congratulations on a 5-0 start that was capped off this past Friday when you met another undefeated team, a very good Dreher Blue Devil team out here, and won 56-27. And before we talk about region play, which gets started on Friday, let's talk about this great start that you guys have had and how rewarding it is, not just for you, but for the kids, for the community, for the school, for everything.
I'm just real proud of our kids and excited for everybody involved, like you said, the school and the community. The football program's been down here for a little while, and to get this kind of excitement back going this quick, it's awesome. I mean, it's been great watching these kids at the pep rallies getting all excited and seeing all the people in the community come out to our games on Friday night and pack out our home stands, and our kids getting to feel what this is like, this success and everything that comes with it. It's awesome. Great to be a Gilbert Indian right now.
Tell me a little bit about the atmosphere, since I couldn't have been here to describe what it was like out there on Friday night.
It had that playoff atmosphere to it, when you have a packed house and there's constant support going on from our side, and it's loud, and it's and you got the band playing and doing their thing, and you got our fans involved in the game, and it does nothing but help our kids to have that support behind them.
You being a former Gilbert Indian yourself, how much extra special does that make it for you? Because literally you have come home to do this.
Absolutely, and that's one of the big things I wanted when I got here, was these kids to get to experience some of the things that I did when we played here and all the success we had, and they're getting a taste of it right now, and it's pretty awesome, and I'm very proud of these kids and my coaching staff that's helped make this happen as well, and it's just, like I said, it's a great time for us right now.
When the season started, you knew by the end of practice and going through the jamboree, you knew that you had some guys that could play. You knew that you had a tailback that you could hang your hat on. You knew that there was lots of pieces. But did you realize, or did you, even in your fondest hopes, did you think that it would come together the way it has? Because I know that this isn't a smoke and mirror situation. I mean, you guys have gone out and done the work and gotten the wins, and there's not a single win that you guys have that someone could say, well, they got lucky that game. You've gone out and earned all 5. Any level of surprise with what the kids have done once it became for real?
Well, sure. Back in August, we were still trying to figure out, what all we could do and couldn't do, and we did have some success in our scrimmages, and we had a successful jamboree against Lexington. But even then, those things are scrimmages and jamborees. And, we looked at our preseason schedule, or non-region schedule, and it was pretty tough. We were playing some good people. We played, we're a 3A school. 3 of the 5 teams on our schedule there were bigger than us, 2 4A schools and 1 5A school. So, we felt like we were going to be maybe outmanned a little bit in those games from the jump because of that. And then Batesburg-Leesville is a traditional powerhouse, and so our schedule was tough. And so to sit there and think in August that we were going to run through it and be 5-0, I'm not so sure that I would have believed it. But you never underestimate, what you can do when you got a great group of kids and a great coaching staff working their tails off, and we've got it done. So, lesson learned.
You think about, as you said, going in, River Bluff, 5A school, and the toughest region in the state. Great coaching staff, lots of talent over there. You've got a Dreher team that's super talented. You've got an airport team that I think everybody was everybody was certainly aware of them going into the year. I know that they haven't had the season they like to, but they look to be. I mean, there was a way to look at your preseason or pre-region schedule and go, they got a win in there?
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
You look at that schedule, let's say when we're in spring practice, and you look at that schedule back in spring practice time, and you look at it and like, wow, we're not,
them guys are good.
We're not careful. It could be ugly, but that kind of stuff, we just keep working and keep trying to get better, and and things will happen, whatever happens. And if you work hard every day, good things happen to you, and stuff's come together. And And here we are, 5-0 through there.
And it certainly doesn't hurt any to have a guy like number 35 who, even though, and neither one of us, we've talked about this off camera, we understand that the Shrine Bowl guys, they had a job to do, and they went with the best guys that they could come up with. And part of it was Trez not playing running back until this year. They really didn't have anything to go on. But if there's a player in South Carolina, not on the Shrine Bowl team, that deserves to be, it's that guy. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course, I probably know him better than anybody else, too. But, yeah, he's my guy, and I'm taking him over anybody. But, those guys, Coach Strickland and those guys, they to be honest, they have to make that decision.
Sure.
A couple games of film with him, and because it is selected very early. So, tough job. But obviously, yeah, I would take him.
Yeah. Tell me, for those that may be hearing you talk about him for the first time, what he brings to the table. I mean, his stats are unreal, but after talking to Trey Sullivan this week, who you played, the coach of the Blue Devils, who you played this past Friday, first thing he told me was, hey, man, this guy is for real. He's a real thing.
Well, I mean, he's 6'2", and he's almost 210 pounds, and he runs a 4.5 40 on the high end of 4.5, but still a 4.5 40, and he's strong, and he is a tough runner that can run inside the tackles and get a hard yard, but he's also got enough speed that he can break away from people and break the long ones too. I mean, he's really a complete package for us, and so he's a special player, and we're glad to have him.
And he can throw the football, as you found out on Friday.
And he can throw the football. We knew he could, and we've just been kind of holding that in our back pocket. And it was a time in the game where we said, all right, let's turn him loose. And he threw the ball a long way. Probably threw it further than he had to throw it.
Right.
We pulled it off, and Duncan, that you talked with earlier, was able to run under it and get it, and ended up being a great play for us.
All right, region starting on Friday with Swansea, a team familiar to you. Obviously, you moved over here to Gilbert from Swansea, and I think I'm guessing this week in practice, probably half of your job is getting them ready for Swansea, and probably the other half is making sure they're grounded, because there has been the bright lights are on Gilbert these days.
Yeah, these kids haven't had a lot of attention in the last few years with football here. But they're getting it now, and so that's the big thing that we've been saying is stay humble and stay hungry. And we didn't get to where we are by getting a big head and taking it easy. We got to where we are by keeping our noses to the ground and working. And so the guys they get that, and they've been pretty good with that. Out there practicing stuff. And the big thing this week now with region play starting is everybody's 0-0. Swansea 0-0, we're 0-0, we're even. We're right here together in the same boat. And so this is, I break our year into 4 parts, and this is our 3rd part right here. This is our 3rd season, we call it. And that's the most important one, because how we do in this one determines whether we get that 4th one in the playoffs. And, so 5-0 is great, but really and truly, we've been preaching to them this week, you 0-0.
Yeah. Well, Coach, congratulations again. Good luck on Friday. And you are the easy and obvious choice for the Crescent Construction Midlands Coach of the Week. And we look forward to talking to you again next Wednesday.
All right, great.